Welcome to episode 155 of EDH Commander Challenge. I'm your host, BT. Today is a very special day. And no, I'm not talking about the fact that we're 2 weeks away from the release of Commander Legends, or the fact that PlayStation 5 is also about to come out. Today is my father's birthday. The man has been a hero to me for much of my life. So, if you all don't mind, as my extended family, please wish my father a happy birthday in the comments down below. Dad, this episode is for you. Now then, let's get into those opening hands. First, in this corner, with an opening hand of 2 mountains, Faithless Looting, Mana Geyser, Dragon Mage, Hellkite Charger, Pirate's Pillage, and his Mono-Red General Feldon of the Third Path. He is yours truly, the host, BT. Next, in this corner, with an opening hand of a forest, 2 plains, Cultivate, Kadama's Reach, Blackblade Reforged, Garruk Primal Hunter, and her Selesnya General Yasharn Implacable Earth. She is the Prodigy. This is Emma. I'm on the dice roll to start us off, so let's begin this card fight. One thing I do have to mention first real quick is to our patrons. After episode 156 next week, I'll be reaching out to each of you to prepare for our upcoming tournament. So stay tuned. Now then, let's begin the battle. For our first turns, Emma plays a plains, while I play a mountain and cast Faithless Looting. This allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck and then discard 2. Emma plays another plains and casts Blackblade Reforged. I play a basic and pass. Emma plays a forest and casts Cultivate. This nets her a forest from her deck into play tapped, and a plains to her hand. I play a basic and cast my general, Feldon, and pass. Emma plays a plains and casts her general, Yasharn. With its ETB, she adds both a basic plains and a forest to her hand, and passes. I play a basic and tap out to first cast Sensei's Divining Top. Next, I use my general's ability to make an artifact copy of Hellkite Tyrant from my graveyard that also gains haste. Then I move into combat and attack Emma with the copy for 6 damage. With my Tyrant's combat trigger, I gain control of Emma's Blackblade, and pass as a token is sacrificed. Emma plays a plains and casts Beast Within to replace Feldon with a 3/3 Beast token. Next, she casts Selesnya Signet. Then she moves into combat and attacks with her general. I block the hit with the Beast token, and Emma passes. I play a basic and recast Feldon, passing. Emma plays a forest and casts Garruk Primal Hunter. She used its +1 effect to make a Beast token of her own. She then moves into combat and attacks me with Yasharn for 4 damage, and passes. For my turn, I use Feldon's ability right away to make a token copy of Balefire Dragon from my graveyard that gains haste. Then I move into combat and attack Emma with it. Emma takes 6 damage, and thanks to its combat trigger, all of her creatures also take 6 damage. During my second main phase, I use my Sensei's top to check my top 3 cards, and pass the turn, sacrificing my token. Emma starts her turn by recasting Yasharn. With its ETB, she adds another basic forest and plains from her deck to her hand. Then she plays Temple Garden untapped, taking 2 damage. Then she uses Garruk's -3 ability to draw 4 cards, which is equal to Yasharn's power. Then she passes, discarding down to 7 cards. I play a basic and use Feldon's ability to make a copy of Hellkite Tyrant. Then I move into combat and attack Emma with it. She tells me no thanks this time and casts Moment's Peace to fog away the damage. In my second main phase, I check the top 3 cards of my deck once again with my Sensei's top. And I pass the turn as the token gets sacrificed once again. Emma states that she put a lot of love into making this deck and won't allow herself to be beaten on this special day that represents my dad after all. She starts by using Garruk's +1 ability to make another beast token. Then she plays a Plains and casts the awesome Glare of Subdual, followed by Armada Worm. With its ETB, it makes another 5/5 worm token with Trample. Then Emma moves into combat and attacks me with her general for 4 more damage, and passes. For my turn, I start by flashing back Faithless Looting to draw 2 more and discard 2 more. But sadly, with nothing else, I'm forced to pass. Emma plays a Ghost Quarter. Then she upticks Garruk for another beast token. Then she casts Hornet Queen. With its ETB, Emma gets to make 4 1/1 flying insect tokens with Death Touch. Finally, she casts Congregation at Dawn, placing some creatures on the top of her deck, which include Enray's Forerunners, Fiend Hunter, and God Eternal Ronus, which makes me feel like I have basically 1 turn left to live. Anyway, she moves into combat and taps one of her insects to tap my general with her Subdual. I respond by using it to make a copy of my duplicate from my graveyard. With its ETB, I exile Emma's Yasharn. Then she attacks me with her worms and 1 beast token. I use my duplicate to kill then block the beast and take 10 damage from the worms. Then Emma passes and my token gets sacrificed. During my upkeep, Emma taps her other beast token she just made to tap down my general. I choose not to use it. I play a basic and cast Mana Geyser, granting me 9 red mana equal to the number of tapped mana that Emma has. I use 1 of it to check my top 3, desperate for an answer. I find a Nivenril's Disc among them, which would be great. Only problem is, it comes into play tapped, and I need an answer now, as I won't be able to survive an onslaught with boosted creatures next turn. So instead I use 7 of the remaining mana I have to cast Tyrant of Discord. With its ETB, we roll a dice to see which permanent that Emma will sack. If it turns out to be a land, I'm toast. I am indeed successful in getting rid of some of Emma's permanents, including her beast token and worm token. But the 3rd time we roll, it ends up being a land, which in this case was Ghost Quarter. And still, with the remaining creatures that Emma has, whether it be End-Raze Forerunners or God Eternal Ronas coming in, I can't survive another combat phase and surrender the game to my lovely Emma. Wow, I got properly curb stomped here. It's too bad I didn't have a board wipe I could have used, well outside the Nivenral's disc that needed to survive a turn in play. I can see why faithless looting is beloved in MTG. For only a single mana allows you to loot, and in this case, set up the graveyard for Feldon. It's just too bad it wasn't fast enough this time. Emma's Yasharn reminds you, don't judge a book by its cover. It ensured that she never had an issue with land drops, which in turn made sure she could play each and every spell she needed to take control of the game. Speaking of control, Glare of Subdual is a kryptonite for beatdown decks. Without any way of getting rid of it or the large number of creatures that she had on board, she didn't take long to force me to tap out in this week's episode. Agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoy our content, consider becoming a patron. Give you access to some sweet bonuses, including entries into our patron exclusive tournaments, and we're a single patron away from launching our separate vintage MTG series. Once more, a very happy birthday weekend to my father, and for everyone else out there, please continue to support us on our road to 2K family members. Thank you all, and keep on gaming. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're a fan of EDH gameplay and you like whether it be 1v1 or multiplayer and you want to be part of the ever-growing Commander Challenge family, just make sure you smash the subscribe button and notification bell down below. We do weekly videos. Don't forget as well to like, comment, share our videos, but most importantly, enjoy them. On behalf of all of our members here, I'm your host, BT. Feel free to check out all of the videos in the channel, join our game, it's now your turn. Cheers!